Alright guys, welcome everybody to this backtesting session. Today we're gonna start doing a backtesting session on the EURUSD, and I'm gonna do it all from the beginning to the end. Okay, so I'm gonna select randomly a date. Here. Alright, this is November, New Zealand. Alright, no, sorry, this is in the euro. This is in the NZD USD. Let's select the euro then. Right, so let's do the next. I always put my analysis in the 1 hour time frame, in the 1 minute time frame, because I used to do, or I used to execute orders in this time frame. All right. So bearing that in mind, I'm gonna start with it. Right. So let's select any of this, any time, any day. 10 of November last year. Let's do this. Right, so I always analyze the time frames in a daily time frame. Then I go to the other time frames, and I'm gonna show you how exactly I do this. So I have a clear direction of the market, and with that I can start working on my actual execution in the market, right? So let's do this. So I first of all, I always mark all the time frames I'm gonna use. I analyze daily time frame, go for 4 hours until I get to 15 minutes, which is the time frame which I used to do or make decisions, right? And based on that information, I then execute the orders. So let's see. In daily time frame, as I can see here, I need to analyze how the market actually is, and I can see that temporarily. Let me check weekly just to see one thing. So in weekly, I need to check the main trend line, which is bearish. So as you can see, here is the first impulse. The clearer and the most evident impulse is this one, bearish, right? Now, after this breakout of structure, I would look for another block in which the price may have a reaction, which was this one. Look, on this order block, the price reacted. It entered here, and that's why the price did this reaction, this one going downwards. That's why the price reacted this way. That's good. Now I need to go be further, and I need to analyze how the price actually is. So let's go to daily time frame. We already know why the price is reacting there. It's normal and it's fine. And here I can see the next. If you see here, this is a break of the structure with a body of the candle. And then we have the next, which is a liquidity sweep. This liquidity sweep confirms or completes the pattern that I have already explained in multiple videos, even in some sessions, but today I'm just gonna do backtesting, and that will be all, right? Assuming that we understand most of the concepts, and even though you have any further question, don't worry, leave me the comments there, and I'm gonna be there to answer some of your answers, right? Oh, jeez. So let's keep moving with this. Mhm. Um, right. So we in a daily time frame we're bullish, as you can see. This is the main impulse, and the price is reacting in this order block. So we have a bullish reaction. This is a bullish trend. This is a retracement. And now, after the reaction of this order block, we will expect the price to continue pushing up, right? So here we are in a daily time frame. It's bullish, yes. is bullish, and yeah, that's it. It's continuing this impulse. Right now, let's go to 4 hour time frame, how it looks like. So let's go to 4 hour time frame briefly. Hmm. So in 4 hour time frame. Hmm. Well. This becomes liquidity. That's why I break this structure. We make this. Look, guys. Honestly, for me, this looks like in 4 hour time frame is still bullish, right? Here we find a beginning of a range in this point. This is the beginning of a range in 4 hour time frame. So in certain moment, this was the strong high, but then it was broken with a bearish candle, so it changed to a bearish trend line. So let's do the okay. Let's do the next. In 4 hour is bearish, right? Why? This was or 4 hour impulse, right? It price made a retracement. It had a reaction here, but the price did not respect this impulse, and then boom, it broke it with a body of the candle. So it means that now we're in a bearish impulse, and now this is the new range. This is the new range beginning here because we're in a very straight line. The highs will be likely respected, right? So this is a supply zone, and this is a strong high, right? What is the meaning of strong high? Some of you already know it. It's a point where the price will likely respect it. So far the price will continue making or respecting this high. That's why when the price get to this point, so it made a retracement, it get to this point, it didn't continue pushing up, but it respected the high and continue with impulse, right? So this is it. Currently the price is bearish in 4 hour time frame, but if you see, the price is in a bull red. Bull red is bullish retracement, right? Means the price, this is the impulse in 4 hour time frame, but as you can see, it's making a retracement. Where this retracement could get, or where is the point where the price could get? Well, look, this is the supply zone, a supply order block in 4 hour. So this means that the price can respect this strong this order block, right? It means that the price can get to this point and then boom, continue with the downtrend. It's a possibility. But also, if you can see here above this order block, we have plenty of liquidity. So all these highs are liquidity accumulated in the price. So all of this is liquidity accumulated, and our next order block that can be actually respected is this one. So now we have the order blocks which the price likely respect in 4 hour time frame. And this is the context as a traders we need to start creating with our analysis. So we will be later use this as a reference to actually spot the real direction of the market. Now we already know that the daily time frame is bullish. We're in a bullish retracement, but in 4 hour time frame is bearish, the main trend line. And now we're gonna do the same exercise with the 4 hour time frames. Sorry, with the 1 hour time frame, and try to look for a range, a beginning of a range, right? That I'm trying to look here, but look, this is the range. This is the beginning of in 1 hour. So we have a liquidity sweep here, and then a breakup structure, and this is the strong high in 1 hour. But I need to be honest, and this is what I consider, the price won't respect this high because of the liquidity that is below this. Anyway, the price is still bearish in 1 hour time frame. right? It's bearish as well. And now it's as well in a bull red, which is a bullish retracement, right? Now the price may continue pushing up, right, until it gets to this zone. I guess, I imagine. So I'm gonna do the next. I'm gonna put this here and this here. What I'm doing here is I just refining the order block and make it from 1 4 hour order block to 1 hour order block, which means I would look for different type of confirmations that I'm gonna let you know later, right, when the price get to this point, right? So far with this, I mark here another order block, which is a potential reaction. Still, the price will continue pushing up from my point of view, because this is the 4 hour and 1 hour impulse, and now the price is making a retracement. So look, the price has all this gap, all this space, everything that is here should be mitigated. So the price will continue pushing up at least until this area. Here we're gonna be very aware and look if the price will continue pushing down, or if it will continue with the retracement, right? Remember that this all of this is a 4 hour retracement. But in lower time frames, as we are getting lower in time frame, it seems bullish, right? So that's why when we don't have in mind the context, we used to get very tricked by the market. And it is that when the price get to these points, the order blocks of 4 hours or these ones here, um, we'll still think it's bullish, because in lower time frame it looks like bullish, but it's just reacting, and it's continuing. It's, yes, just making a continuation of the of the prior or the biggest time frame, right? So that's to bear in mind. Anyway, so when the price get to this point, let me check one thing before. Yeah. So this is how the price actually looks like, and it is nice. Let me check another thing before here. Well, yeah. So as the price haven't reacted on this order block properly, I would think the price can react here and continue pushing down until it gets to this point. So it makes another breakout here. We'll see. I'll need the confirmations, and this is the 4 hour order block, as I was telling you. Perfect. Now let's go to 15 minutes, how it looks like, and we're gonna keep continue with the analysis, right? So in 15 minutes time frame, as we can see right here, I'm gonna try to analyze from these order blocks, which are the ones who provided the direction. So look, in 15 minutes, this one was again 15 minutes range. It was broken. I don't count this. It's not reacted in any order block. This may be 15 minutes time frame, right? So this is the 15 minutes time frame. I'm doing this. Look, no, this one no, but here it entered in this order block, took the liquidity of these highs, and they make this breakup. So this means that this is the 50 minutes range. But later in the price, it made another one, which was here, breakup structure, and it was the 50-minute range. And I consider that was the one. So this was the last bearish 15 minutes time frame range, right? That was broken with the body of the candle. Look, it had a reaction on the order block. It had a liquidity sweep. It made the boss. It continued pushing down, but it gets to a certain point and boom, then the price do stop respecting it, and now it starts making bullish impulses, right? Now we need to find out the 15 minutes order block, 15 minutes order block, 15 minutes range beginning, which is actually here. Here it is. This is the 15 minutes range, and demand zone. Perfect. In a demand zone, I believe. Let me put it this way. It looks better, and also it's reacting to an order block. So look, here it is. Liquidity sweep. It took the liquidity of this low. It break it with a body of the candle. This one here, and then after breaking the taking the liquidity of this low, it made this boss break of the structure. So now we have our confirmations. The price seems to respect what we are analyzing, and now, as you can see, in lower time frame, 50 minutes time frame, we are bullish, right? This is what I want you to bear in mind in terms of bullish, in terms of context. That's what we really we that's what we really need. We really need, right? And it is that the price must we need to understand this context. Daily time frame bullish, 4 hour time frame is bearish, but in a bullish retracement, as well as 1 hour, and in 50 minutes we're bullish, right? What means this? It means that the price likely will continue with impulse to get into this order block, and once the price get to this order block, we need to be very aware because this order block is a 1 hour refined to 4 hour time frame order block. And remember that the higher the time frame, the higher the reaction, which means that here we would expect a huge or a really significant retracement, at least in 50 minutes in lower time frames, right? And this is what we have to analyze and be able to analyze, in other words, right? Perfect. So this is the point to be mitigated in 15 minutes, to be mitigated. Here's where we're gonna look our orders, and now after this has happened, we're gonna look for the point of reactions, which are these ones. This is the 15 minutes order block. I would like to bear in mind this is the stream. So with this, my friends, we finished today's backtesting session. I'll see you in the next session. Bye bye.